St. Vincent guard Ed Wright was a standout high school player in the Washington, D.C. area. He heard of the St. Vincent program from a couple of older players, so when it came time to pick a college, Ed decided to be a Bearcat, looking to carry the weight of the Bearcat tradition.
I expected to win. I expected to be able to play. It didn't always happen like I expected it to happen. We had a rough first season when I first came here, but it happens, you know what I mean? And so I just expected to win. I just expected to have a great tradition, to have a great 4 years of college.
He went to a small private school at Queen Anne's down in Maryland, and great kid. He high academics, really fit the mold of a St. Vincent student, and it was a transition period for us. So he's kind of come full circle, and you know, Ed's been a difference maker this year, but certainly Ed's been up and down with us.
I was very immature. I didn't really want to listen. Coming from Washington, D.C., we are kind of arrogant. I wasn't really arrogant. I just didn't think. I didn't expect what happened my freshman and sophomore year to happen when I came to St. Vincent College. I expected something different, and I wasn't actually putting the work and the time, and I didn't have the drive that I needed to have to be able to do that. And actually growing pains and him coaching me and all the assistants telling me to keep at it actually helped me. So that's what it was. It was a big transition for me coming to college basketball-wise, though. In high school, I played the whole game. I averaged 30 points a game. Coming to college, I had to be humbled. I had to learn to take my role, and it took me longer than others to be able to do that. Now that I'm a senior, I understand my role. But when I first came to college, it was a big hurdle that I had to leap, being able to humble myself down and be the point guard that Coach DP wanted me to be.
After playing limited minutes in his first 2 seasons and not contributing to his liking, Ed was clearly dissatisfied with his role. Fed up with the program, Wright looked to sever his ties with St. Vincent and start anew somewhere else, anywhere else.
I withdrew from the school, totally withdrew. Didn't apply for class. Didn't register for classes the next semester. Didn't apply for housing.
I don't think that Ed would disagree with me. You know, we were matter-of-factual. We were going to do it our way. We were going to do it the St. Vincent way. And Ed seemed to not feel comfortable with it.
I went and worked out for 4 or 5 different colleges. I mean, I really didn't have a plan. It was just, like I said, me being angry, me saying I'm getting out of here. I mean, I could say I had a plan. I had schools I wanted to try to get into, but I really didn't have a plan. I didn't know what I was doing. I actually contacted some schools during the year. They told DP, so things, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't do it the right way. So I really didn't have a plan. It was just trying to get out of St. Vincent College. I reapplied to the school, not planning on playing basketball. But when I came back, I had a meeting with DP, and we sat and talked, and he allowed me to come back and try out and everything. So yeah, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. It's been a wild ride.
The meeting with Harris sparked a change in Ed Wright and impacted Ed's outlook on life outside of basketball.
In that meeting, he told me that no one is bigger than the program. And for me, it took me a long time to really understand that no one was bigger than the SBC program. But he didn't only say that to me, he said it about himself, about everybody in the program. No one is bigger. And that hit me because I was doing everything the wrong way, thinking that the program needed me, and that instead of I needed the program. So what it did for me was it changed my attitude towards everything in life, not only just the program. Because I started carrying myself around campus differently. I started carrying basketball differently. I started working hard. I started doing things that, since I wanted to play, I had to do these things to be able to play. So that clash in his office that day really changed my entire life. So it's made a difference for me, not only in basketball, but in life.
Back on the team, Ed began to realize and embrace his role for the first time. He started to work hard, finding his way from the end of the bench to earning playing time during games. The change in his attitude was also noticed by his family.
My father, from the jumps, told me I was different. I was different from coming home from college my freshman year summer to coming home from college my junior year summer. It was a big difference. My goals in life had even got bigger, not just basketball. Just because of my attitude change towards life in general, because of a conversation I had in the office with DP. So, yeah, they noticed it. My family noticed it. My mother noticed it. Everyone noticed the change in me because I just carried myself totally different than I did when I first came to school.
Now a senior, he communicates his message to younger players, urging them to avoid the same mistakes that he did, and his fellow upperclassmen have taken notice.
He's a great leader. He's our biggest vocal leader on the team. and he's a great person too, just to be around. He's really done a great job with the freshmen, just the younger guys in general, getting them up to play, and he's also a really good player too.
I try to set the example of being the age that I've been since my junior year and not letting them have to go through the struggle that I've been through. Because they say that life is lessons, and I've been through those lessons the hard way. That they listen to me and don't do what I did the first 2 years and start off like I started my junior year. Their freshman year, they can be much better than I am right now. And I always try to present that to them. I always tell them they're better than me, they're better than I was my freshman year, but they gotta have the attitude that I have now to work hard and do what the coaches say do, and they'll be successful in the long run. If they come out like they're arrogant and they're the best and they're bigger than the program, then they're going to go through exactly what I went through, which wasn't easy. So I feel as though the example I set is to work hard all the time, listen to the coaches, but also be the voice in the locker room and be able to stand up for my word, because if I can't stand up for my word, then no one will.
I think it's just something just natural. It easily comes to him that he can just go out and talk to him. He's really assertive and says what's on his mind, and he just has some really helpful things to say to those guys. And I think everybody on the team, not just the freshmen, but everybody around him, the coaches, really respect what he do and look up to him.
On the court, Ed Wright has provided a stabilizing force off the bench as a second point guard for the Bearcats. In a win over Waynesburg in their next-to-last regular season contest, Ed was on the court for 37 of 40 minutes, scoring 10 points to go along with his 5 assists.
Honestly, it's a great feeling just to know there's more help for me, just more ball handling. You know, he can get to the hoop. He's done a great job at getting other guys involved and stepping up and scoring when he has to, and I think he's really using this opportunity to his liking, and he's doing a great job this year.
After all Ed has been through, from nearly walking away from the St. Vincent program to now being a mentor to the newest group of Bearcats, what's the one thing he wants people to say when he's graduated?
That Ed persevered. Ed was the one who went through everything. Ed was at the end of the spectrum. Ed was at the bottom of the bench and made his way up to be able to start some games and be able to play a lot of minutes. I want to be the inspiration. I want to be the one who they say he was the greatest leader, but he did not start a single game. And I want to be able people to be able to look back and say I can make it even if I am the last player on the bench, because I was the last player on the bench. So I want them to be like to say that Ed Wright was that guy.
I love him. He's one of my most favorite Bearcats. So for me, it's been wonderful to see him grow. It always hasn't been easy. I'm not easy. Ed's not easy. But I think at the end of the day, Ed Wright's a better person coming to St. Vincent and experiencing all the potholes that he has traveled across.